Everything is spooled up, tied on, ready to go for practice. PD approves.
What's up, fish heads? We're live from the road.
I'd like to turn that way.
I mean, pardon the cameraman, he's drunk. First timer.
Yep.
No college education. We're trying. So we are just got off the highway. We're approaching Somerset. For anyone that's familiar with that, it's around Lake Cumberland. We're going to spend the night at Lake Cumberland tonight, and then drive down to Dalehollow and start our practice tomorrow. So, in case you're curious who we is, obviously you know who I am. But in the back here,
Howdy.
Dalton filling pots, or fill pot.
And Mike Rader, this is my second year as a co. Dalton, this year, first year as a co.
First year.
The rookie.
Get it?
Yep.
So, a little monkey wrench got thrown into our tournament, and there's a big cold front blowing in Friday, Saturday. So our highs for practice tomorrow is supposed to be like 58, and then it drops down to a high of 50 with overnight lows somewhere around 29 to 30 degrees for Friday and Saturdays. So it's going to make the tournament a little interesting. And then to add more to it, the lake's been completely blown out. So for those of you that may or may not know, I was down there last week, did a little pre-fishing for a couple days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the water level was at its normal, like 643, which is about 9 feet below summer pool. And it has now jumped up about 5.5 to 6 feet in the past 6 days. So we are experiencing very muddy water conditions. I believe the mid-lake down right now is still somewhat clean, but that muddy water is going to be continuing to push down lake basically through the next few days.
Yeah, I think honestly it might just take a couple of good fish to make it in that top 40. For me personally, that's my goal, is to make it top 40. Of course, everyone wants to make their money back entry back for the event, but it's definitely a big motivational thing in the beginning to the event to make it to a top 40, carry on that momentum. So let's hope for that.
Dalton, what's your expectations? First ones, buddy. You nervous?
Let me tell you how I feel about it, okay? So, it's not how I really wanted to start my first tournament as a co-angler, especially in the Major League Fishing side. I've never done this before. I've fished probably a couple times in high school. That's about it. But I don't have too bad of a feeling about it, because this back at home in Butler County, Ohio, this is kind of what I've been used to fishing before. A lot of rivers are cut into a lot of small ponds and lakes that are around my hometown, and it's almost identical to that action, but on a larger scale. So I don't feel too bad about it. Then again, that's not how I want to start my first tournament.
Us Ohio people aren't afraid of mud.
Yeah. No, we're not.
So we'll take a stroll through Kroger here, and
Go to K. Roger.
if anyone's got some food suggestions, let's hear it.
Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee. Child, please.
Chef Boyardee.
Man. All right, let's figure out how to flip this camera around.
Some ramen noodles and a peanut butter jelly.
Boat looking clean back there.
Good.
Lord. Let's check out the back of that hoodie. Let's see that. There you go. That's pretty sweet. I like that. All right. How many rigs did you get?
2.
Loses one pre-practice. He's like, oh shit, better get some more.
Pretty much.
Oh.
So just for some backstory on the A-rigs, every time I come down here and I practice, I lose an A-rig. I lost one last year, I came down here last week, and I lost another one. So I bought 2 more. Hopefully I don't lose one in practice this week.
It's basically tradition. Every time
It
we go
is.
to water.
It's tradition.
It's a sacrifice to the bass gods. Let's just all be real.
Yep. I mean, it did okay for me last year. I just couldn't get the 5th fish. So I'm hoping this year by sacrificing earlier, maybe I'll get that 5th fish. Just for follow-up on the A-rig, all these baits, this is what tournament fishing is really all about. It's not about catching fish. It's just about buying crap and filling up tackle boxes.
That is the most truthful thing I've ever
Because
heard.
if you ever meet a tournament bass fisherman that doesn't go to the tournament or a tackle store somewhere close by and buy $50 worth of crap that they already have 6 of, they're not a real tournament fisherman.
Rookie mistake already. So
Virgin rookie.
I got 2 cameras. One is my Hero 7 Black, and one is the Acasa, which I first started out with.
You didn't bring batteries for both of them.
I brought the batteries for the GoPro.
cameras.
No memory cards.
No, I have memory cards. I got all that. The charging dock is for the Acasa batteries instead, so it's not compatible with my GoPro batteries. And I just dropped one upstairs. Don't know where it went.
Oh, did you?
So that's what you heard rolling around upstairs. So that's how
dropping
it's
a bag of gravel.
So you
up
hear
there.
the
How could you not find it? There's like
I don't
nothing
know.
up
I
there.
found one. The other one just it vaporized. It's
What are
going.
they like?
Like what we were talking about with the freshwater, if you find an area like that,
Yeah.
in the back of the pocket.
That's honestly what we should do is start in the backs of creeks or try find or look at the back of the creeks first and go from there.
Well,
see
we're
if there's any
launching
fresh
the
water.
back of that one creek, so
See if there's any fresh water
we
pouring.
might need to idle around the other side of the dock and get way back in there and see if there's anything.
Yeah.
And just look at the pockets on the way out, really. It's like, I don't know how muddy the water is. I mean, you look at satellite imagery when some of the lake is muddy, and those creeks that we're going to be in tomorrow aren't even muddy. So there might not be much color in there unless it's flushed in from other areas. I don't know. It's kind of a
Like, I don't want to wake up for that. No one wants to wake up time for that.
Nobody wants to hear you cry.
But we're probably waking up at, I want to say what, like 4 o'clock, 4:30?
waking
Practice?
up. Yeah, 4:15, 4:30.
Yeah.
Be on
He's
the road.
waking up at 4:15, 4:30.
We'll be
I'm
on
probably
the road.
about 15 minutes later than that. That's typically how it works. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do not like to wake up.
Is that recording the entire time?
It lives. Without prompting.
Right. That's crazy.
Let's go wake up filling pots. RV. Rookie.
Child.
Son?
Cuz.
Did you leave? Are you still here? Rookie.
Morning.
He's up.
Oh.
Oh, and he's dead. There's the light.
Hey, you said to me.
Yep, he's with it.
Jimmy D.
Jimmy Dean's. Somebody's dreaming about breakfast. And now this. The gold. With the Lucky Eagle mug. That's right. Practice day 1. There's the Raider again. Up and ready. We got Virgil, VR, RV, Rookie, whatever his name is. We haven't figured it out yet. We got him up, I think. Although I have a feeling I'm going to have to make a second trip upstairs. But I'm going to go ahead and attack this coffee over here and get that flowing through the veins. Every once in a while I say something that makes sense. Coffee being one of them. Morning.
Hey,
Day 2.
we're here.
We're gonna act like day 1 never happened. Today's Groundhog Day.
This is day 1.
This is Groundhog Day.
First day of practice, going out, doing what you expect.
We start over today. If that gives you any idea of how day 1 went. Hey Dalton, say hi.
Morning.
I'm sorry. RV, Virgin Rookie, Virgil, whatever your nickname is. We haven't figured it out yet, but we're getting there.
Virgil, I want to go out and... It's a new day. It's a new day.
It's a new day. He cut himself off. He's not happy either. He had a better day in practice than we did. I mean, he lost a couple fish, but they were around fish at least. We must have covered, what, half the lake?
All of the lake.
I mean, yeah. I
Yeah,
burned probably.
I'd say about a good 40% of the lake as far as water.
I burned like 12 gallons of gas. Here's our digs for this week. Nice little cabin here. Got it from the old Verbo. A little 2-bedroom. We got the Virgin crashing on the couch out there. So, as you can see, there's a lot of rods and line and tackle laying around. It was a lot worse last night. Yeah. We were a little busy last night to take any pictures or videos or anything, but it was a bit of a fishing dynamite bomb that went off in here. Oh, and we've got this going on for dinner tonight. It's just a crock pot full of barbecue sauce. That's it.
Sweet. It's gonna be good.
We're just gonna heat up barbecue sauce. Oh wait, there's chicken in there. And then there's gonna be bacon and Swiss cheese involved later. How you feel about today?
We're going to get them.
Here, we're gonna
Gotta do something.
shed some light on the situation, maybe. Maybe not.
I think that's right.
Is there a light switch in this house? Hey, here we go.
Oh, no,
There's some light.
on that one, then.
Weird. Oh, I bet it's this one right here.
Yesterday
It's probably
was
this
just
one.
kind of,
There it is.
Yesterday was just kind of funky, man. It was had 2 bites, and it just seemed like they barely grabbed it, and it was just all. It was weird. One part of the lake's clear, one part of the lake's chocolate. Both sides didn't get that much action off of it, so. But we're gonna get them today.
Exactly.
Gotta get them today.
We fished everything yesterday. Shallow, deep, mid-lake, main lake, points, dirty, sort of dirty. It was silly. Covered everything. Barely saw anything on the graph except for grass. A little bit of grass everywhere we went. But today's a new day. And we're gonna do something today. I don't know what, but we're gonna do something. Possible fish sighting. How do you copy? I copy negative.
Rookie hour. There it is right there. Rookie hour. Name Rookie Incorporated. There you go. Rookie of the year.
No, I think Dalton gets that.
Oh, for real.
I don't think I could take that.
I mean, that would be an reward for him, though.
I don't think I could take it away from him. Pretty stiff competition. Well, do we fish the other side of this island? This is the first time I've had it out. I took it out last week down here and it did fine. I mean, it's real, like it doesn't have the thrust that it used to, like to get up, but it runs fine. And then all of a sudden yesterday, like started acting the same. I mean, it was doing the same thing, like blah, and bogging down. And this morning I never got it started. I honestly was just about put it back on the trailer and say the heck with it. But finally I got it to start, and then I put it in gear and it die. But it just sounds like something's missing on it. It is. I mean, I'm put so much money into it, but first boat, you know. Here we are, night before the big tournament tomorrow.
I'm excited to go fishing.
How do we feel, boys?
Dalton, are you excited to go fishing?
I'm really excited.
Tony, are you excited to go fishing?
No, because I'm not fishing. Because Mike broke my boat.
Lies.
Okay, it is lies. This is what broke my boat. A 10-cent piece of plastic has ruined my first tournament. So, we were out practicing today. First half of the day was pretty tough again. Still weren't catching any fish. Still a pretty tough deal. We were getting ready to move. We pulled out of the water, put some more gas in the boat. We were gonna go launch and practice some more in another area of the lake. Spend the last 2.5 hours or so kind of running the boat around and seeing if we couldn't find any patterns close to the check-in and launch site. And right as we launched the boat, I put it in reverse, pulled it off the trailer, and it got stuck in reverse. So I've had the issue before. I've always just been able to kind of nudge the shifter and it would go ahead and drop into neutral. Well, it was still in reverse and it was still like backing up. So I hit it just a little bit harder, and when I did, that plastic piece broke. Now, to give you an idea, that plastic piece is attached to this piece moving right here, and it's down below there. And if you see that notch in there, that's what locks it so that you can't move your shifter, right? Well, now, because that piece is gone, it freely moves, which presents kind of a safety issue. I've been having a little bit of trouble with the way the motor was running on top of it. Some starting issues this morning when we first launched at the first place. It took me a while to get it started, and then it died on me a couple times, but finally got it running, and it was running pretty good for the most part. At least it wasn't perfect, but I felt like it was at least good enough to fish the tournament, compete, and finish. Until this happened. I don't feel like it's safe for me to run the boat because I have more than just me to be concerned about. Fishing in these, you have a co-angler along with you, seated next to you, and if something were to be more serious to where I really couldn't get it out of gear, or maybe something happens to where the throttle gets stuck and I can't get it out of gear, I mean, obviously you can always shut it down, but I don't want to put somebody else in that situation, let alone myself. So for safety reasons, I went ahead and did kind of the right thing and backed out of the tournament. Now, luckily and fortunately for me, I will receive a bit of a refund for my tournament entry fee, but I do plan on also fishing the remaining 4 tournaments, no matter what this does to my chances of making a region. These boys are still fired up and ready, even though the practice has been tough for Mike anyway.
Being completely honest with you, I have no idea what to throw. Realistically, I guess as a co-angler, like you kind of wait until your boater has, or you make contact with your boater and figure out, kind of get an idea for what they're doing. My plan is to ask him, like, hey, are we going to be fishing deep, are we going to be fishing shallow, offshore, or are we going to be fishing ledges? You know, at least give me some hints so I have an idea. Everything I got tied on is like a hodgepodge of just everything. I was talking about last year where it's
He talks too much. What's up, Dalton?
How
you feeling, bro?
The past 2 days, I haven't capitalized on the
We'll edit that out. We just won't let him talk at all. We'll just go straight to Dalton.
I feel like I haven't taken advantage of the opportunities I've been given.
That's for breaking my boat.
These past 2 days, I've found fish. I'm just getting too trigger happy and just want to fire on them right then.
He's amped up.
It's causing me a lot of
Young,
fish
dumb,
bites,
and
so
full of virgin rookie.
I don't know about that, but no,
Dot.
everything I have tied on right now, I have pretty good confidence in. Just depends on my boater. Like Mike said, I mean, it's the luck of the draw. Whoever I'm going to get, I do have a bait tied on for wherever they're going to be fishing.
So we're ready to go then. As you can see, we have quite the mess here. Rise and shine, it's tea day. Somebody did not sleep very well. He's a little slow this morning. We're not gonna bother him. He might growl at us. Dalton?
Do it.
He's ready.
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
When he first woke up, he was not ready.
Oh no.
He said, give him 30 minutes.
I'm still in the 2 more minute twilight zone. I'll be good.
He's on autopilot. Everybody's on autopilot. I'm the only one that's awake, as usual.
Next time I won't forget my shaving cream. And
Yeah. Rookie here.
Maybe you're
So
right.
if we had a laundry list of stuff that rookie's forgotten, what all have I given you today? Gloves? Hat? Because
no, the hat blew off.
I was getting ready to say because somebody lost their hat because they weren't thinking.
You didn't have the backup hat.
What else? Scissors? Yeah.
Line. I gave him line.
Yep. Got more line.
I just didn't expect you guys to be like, hey, this
What
is
else?
better.
There's more.
Life jacket.
Life jacket. Yep. Which he did buy a life jacket, but it was a little tight, especially with all the layers.
Wash medium.
So, yeah.
I recommend. See, I was a big kid back in the day.
Ooh, story time.
It's
Story
what I'm
time with
talking
the
about.
Virgin.
I was a big kid back in the day.
I'll put a title over it.
Way back, like middle school. I've had these since middle school. Lost all my weight in high school, like in a 2-year period. Get you like something that's 2 sizes bigger, because when you layer up like 5 pairs of clothing, you can do this.
So what you're saying is you gotta be really fat, really skinny.
You don't have to.
I can still wear these. Neat.
You don't have to either. Just buy like 2 sizes bigger than what your actual size is. When you layer up clothing, when you're cold, you do this. It's amazing. Highly recommend it.
And that was story time with the Virgin, Dalton Philpott.
You do not have a kid, right?
Play cheesy music.
Here we go.
All right, guys, we're down here at the takeoff because that's what you do. You support your brothers when they're out there doing their thing. Unfortunately, the mechanical issue that I had has disabled me for this tournament, but we are ready to rock. We got them down there. They've been partnered up with their boaters. They've been through boat check. They just did the national anthem and about to blast off here in about the next 30 or so seconds. I'm trying to rush back out here to the end of the dock so you guys can get a good view of it, just to kind of get an idea of what it's like out here. It's like controlled chaos. So we'll get you turned around here and let you take a gander. Like I said, there's 221 boats. It's a stellar size field. Absolutely awesome that we have that many boats out here. Hopefully that'll continue the rest of the season for some good hardy competition and good payouts too. So we'll come back next year, or next tournament I should say, hopefully with a better setup. Boats are starting to fly out of here. We'll give you a view of that here, that way you can get an idea what it looks like with the controlled chaos.